Hello and welcome to the Tech Review Online video review of the Joojoo web tablet. What you have is a 12.1 inch capacitive touchscreen. I believe it's to be the largest of its class. This is your home screen, which is a bespoke Fusion Garage operating system. Essentially it comprises of a web browser, and to be fair, that's pretty much it. All this is on the front. These are shortcuts that take you straight to websites. So for instance, you've got your Twitter, you've got your Facebook, you've got your Flickr. This is a way of categorising those shortcuts. So they are categorised in entertainment, connect, stay informed, portal, that kind of thing. You've got some basic settings. So these settings essentially enable you to get connected in the first place. So we have our Wi-Fi, which is just there, and you have the option of turning it on or off, and it's detected our three networks here. It automatically connects you on, and it stores your password for future use. There's an option there for setting the time and the date on the calendar. This tells you if there's any software updates. Now, as you can see on this device, we're currently running 0.1.11 software. I'll do a manual update, see if there's any updates. And there's no update available at this time. You have brightness control. The product does actually have an ambient light sensor, which is just there. Now we've opted to turn the ambient light sensor off and just maximise the brightness on this particular device. Our reason for that is that the sensor just so happens to be right in the way of where you would actually hold the unit, which does give some sporadic results. So where you would hold the device with maybe two hands, you would actually end up covering up the sensor on the front of the unit. So we've opted to switch that off, and it's nice to have the option. Wallpaper. Now these wallpapers are actually they're photographs that were taken by one of the Fusion Garage developers, which is it's nice to see that they've kept some of the artwork in-house. This is one of the backgrounds that comes pre-installed on the device. Unfortunately at this time there isn't a way of adding your own photographs and being able to change them, but that's a feature that is going to be added in the future. For now we've got Arul Prasad's Flickr feed, which is 5 or 6 photos, and you've got the option there to cycle through the ones that come preset on the device. There are some quite nice ones on there, and I think he's a very, very talented photographer. So yeah, there is just an option there for personal. Personal gives you the ability to clear the cache on the device as well. So all in all, very simple operating system. That really is the guts of it. So a scroll to the left will bring up the bookmarks screen where you can set personal bookmarks. Scrolling back takes you to the centre, and a scroll to the right will take you to your history. So that will show you sites that you've perused over the history of using the product. So again, a very, very basic operating system, very simple overview, and it just works really, really well. We've been really pleased with the operation of the device. Okay, what we're going to show you now is how to navigate through the device, and basically a bit more of an overview of the home screen. So just quickly, I'm going to bring up the menu bar. You do that by just touching the screen and moving down slightly. What you have here is the Joojoo icon on the left hand side. That will always take you back to this main screen. This is like your home screen. Then you've got indication of your tabs. You've got back and forward on the browser window, refresh, and then a few settings on the side here, things like volume control and a little bit of information about your wireless connection, which you just touch there and it brings it up. So as you'll see, it's now brought up my Wi-Fi just by touching the little icon. Also, you have the details on here regarding your battery power and time and date. So I'm just going to go back to the main screen again. So you touch that and then touch the Joojoo button. That will then take you back into the home screen. Okay. Here we have, say for instance, Twitter, Facebook and Flickr. I'm going to click on Last.fm just for now. So we touch Last.fm. It'll automatically open the new page. Every new page it opens into a new tab. So as you'll see here, it's logged me straight into my Last.fm. In order to scroll, you just put two fingers on the screen, a bit like the Apple trackpads on the MacBook Pros. So two fingers will scroll, and scrolling, as you can see, is totally buttery. It's really, really smooth. So I have a few tabs open now. To show you how the tabbed browsing works, I'm just going to open another page. I'm going to open IMDb just to make sure that we've got 4 tabs open in the background. It has quite an ingenious way. If any of you are familiar with WebOS from the Palm operating system, I think you'd be quite impressed with this. It'll feel right at home. What you do is you touch the tabbed browsing button there, and it then minimises the pages, and just sliding your finger across will bring up each individual page. Now, to bring that page up, you just tap it again and it'll bring up the page. To go back to tabs, scroll down once to bring up the menu, go back to the menu and just scroll back through, and then touch it again, and that brings it up on the page. To get rid of a tab, you do the same again, find the tab you want rid of, and then simply just swipe it off the page. I'll show you that again. Just swipe it off the page. All the tabs then just move forward, and again you can just tap straight onto it. And these are all working live, so there's absolutely no issues whatsoever with any of that. It does work really, really nicely. What you can also do on here, I've got an iPad, and unfortunately if you navigate to the Last.fm website from the iPad, it doesn't actually work. Well, on this, being a web-centric device and supporting Flash, you will find that, as you can see, Last.fm does work absolutely fine. Now, normally, if you go on the iPad, for instance, you just get a blank box there. It won't actually navigate to the page properly. It doesn't start to play. So this does give you a little bit of extra flexibility in what sites you can actually frequent. I am aware there is an iPad app for Last.fm before we start getting flamed on YouTube. But just to show you there that it does actually work directly from the browser. I'm just going to go back to the main screen. Okay, so I'd like to show you how to navigate to a web page. So you just scroll down once, touch the centre of the screen at the top. That'll then bring up your URL bar. Now from there you can just type in any website you want. So we're going to go to the Tech Review Online website, which you type in www.tech. As you can see, it's already pre-filling it in at the top for us here, so you can see it's already found our website, which is just there, and then you click go. Page loads are really, really fast on the device. We've been really pleased with how quick it does load the pages. It downloads the RSS feed, you'll find my Twitter should appear on the side. Everything's loaded up really quickly and really complete. 2-finger scrolling, you just scroll your fingers up the page, and it will actually just scroll the page. Now I've got quite a bit of HTML going on here, so you can actually scroll through the individual posts from the blog. So it is quite a complex website for just showing you the basics of scrolling on this device, and it's not got an awful lot of content further down. It's quite a small home page. What I'll do, I'll show you Engadget just to give you an example of anything else. You can actually do it without the www. So if I just go straight to ENG, you see it's been there before. So straight to Engadget, hit go, and there you are. The page loads really, really fast. Any videos that are incorporated into the page will load up as well. You know, it does support Flash, albeit there are some issues there with Flash at the moment, but they are working on it, and I believe that they will get to the bottom of it. The main issues with Flash, you see scrolling's absolutely superb. Scrolling's really buttery. It's just like the experience you used to on the iPad. I've just loaded up the DJ Hero screen. So again, just scroll up the page, show press release. So I just need to touch that. It brings up all the information. So it is really, really nice. 2-finger scrolling works really, really well. I've been really impressed with the sensitivity of the 2-finger scrolling on the device. To go back to the main screen, again, just press down once with 1 finger, and that'll take you back to the main screen when you touch the Joojoo button. Now, if you are unsure about how anything operates, you do actually have a welcome video as well, which you can just touch there. That takes you straight to a welcome screen. It tells you how to power the device on and off, how to operate it, and the general fingertips that you'd expect with any modern touchscreen device.